So Five Nights at Freddy's, or FNAF for short. So before the movies, and there was even a child's game that came before Five Nights at Freddy's and was made by the exact same creator as Five Nights at Freddy's and was made for children and all the people that it was intended for, like little children, weren't even playing it. It was only adults and they hated it, so they decided they should make a bear and make it an animatronic and make it kind of a Chuck E. Cheese game. Sorry about that, I was on a little bit of a rampage there. Like when Animal from the Muppets sees a woman. So after the disappointment of this game, this now 10-year-old bear was born. And he was born on the 8th of August 2014. Which is the same birth month as Emma Stone. Yes, the same Emma Stone that died in The Amazing Spider-Man. Anyways, a little bit after Five Nights at Freddy's officially released, YouTubers started playing Five Nights at Freddy's.
Oh, door!
Okay, now it's been a few months since the first game released, and now it's received quite well. And what do you do when you see your game received quite well? You slap a sequel onto it, baby! Five Nights at Freddy's 2 released on the 11th of November 2014, and it was a couple months after the release of Five Nights at Freddy's 1. So the sequel, prequel, did really well, so they decided to make a third game a year later in the 2nd of March 2015. You would think out of two other glory games, this would be peak FNAF. No, cause look at these jump scare differences. I mean, the jump scares were so scarier than the third one, because in the first one, someone was scared about a door. That's how scary it was.
Oh, door!
Okay, but for real, people made fun of the only animatronics actual jump scare. I mean, they were scared about the phantom ones, but the actual one that was an actual animatronic, they made fun of.
Talking about why Springtrap's jump scare is so bad in FNAF 3.
I'm just going to stop myself right there. Springtrap's jump scare is bad. I'm not going to stay here all day talking about why Springtrap's jump scare is bad. Let's go on to the next part of the video. Okay, and now on the 23rd of July, FNAF 4 was released. Being the scariest game in FNAF's franchise in 2015. Second now because Help Wanted VR. And now it is scary because of the nightmare animatronics. And this game was supposedly the last game in the FNAF franchise, but now we know that that's not true. After FNAF 4, Funko decided to make some Five Nights at Freddy's plushies, toys and action figures. And then they decided to make Five Nights at Freddy's sister location to move the narrative away from the repetitive storyline and to make some new game mechanics. And this is the only game where it doesn't have Chica in it. Chica is replaced by Ballora, and this is a picture of her. Oh, so in sister location, William Afton's daughter got eaten by Circus Baby, and now the soul of William Afton's daughter is inside Circus Baby. And before that, I forgot to mention it, but in FNAF 4 there was the Bite of 83, which Markiplier misunderstood as,
"Hey guys, I think the little man said he wants to give Fredbear a big kiss. On 3, 1, 2. Was that the Bite of 87?
No, Mark. No, it was not. After Sister Location, Scott decided to make a non-scary, non-horror Five Nights at Freddy's adventure-esque game, where it was basically you fought like Pokemon, and it was basically like if FNAF met Pokemon, that's what it was. FNAF 1 to FNAF 5, and not every single animatronic that is now, but from 2015 or 2014 to 2016, those are the animatronics that are in it, because that was when it was made. And then after FNAF World, there was FNAF 6. And FNAF 6 was made to finally end Five Nights at Freddy's. But eventually they decided to make Five Nights at Freddy's Help Wanted. And in Five Nights at Freddy's Help Wanted, they have every single game from FNAF 1 to FNAF 4. And then they decided to make FNAF 5 and FNAF Security Breach in Five Nights at Freddy's Help Wanted 2. And in Five Nights at Freddy's Help Wanted, they have the soul of William Afton as a glitch virus thing in the game, where you kind of see him in the game, but he's not really a villain in the actual game, I don't think. Oh no, I'm wrong. He is a main villain in the actual game. He actually manipulates the characters in the game, so he's actually the main villain in the game. And there's a game that came before FNAF VR, which is FNAF Ultimate Custom Night, which has every single character from FNAF 1 to FNAF 6. And now we're on to FNAF AR, which is a virtual reality kind of game, because it's where they get all the animatronics and put them into real life through your mobile device. And unfortunately, like Flappy Bird and all the best games ever, this game is no longer available, but it is the return of Markiplier in this ad. I don't know if it's in the game because I never played it, I wish I did because I would have probably loved it because I love Five Nights at Freddy's, but at least we get to see Markiplier return for this ad.
I've been living in the shadows. I'm watching you.
So we're finally getting to Security Breach, kind of. Because before Security Breach, as a apology game, because there was still some bugs getting fixed in Security Breach, which still took a while to do, even though people were still playing the game. So that was the game that was before. It was called Security Breach Furry's Rage, and that was it. And then Security Breach finally dropped with you playing as a kid called Gregory who is trying to escape the Pizzaplex. And then we meet Burn Trap, who is hypnotising Vanny into killing us and stuff. But it isn't actually Burn Trap, it is. And that's where the DLC comes in, where all the animatronics look absolutely wear to tear. And also Freddy wants to eat you again. And now we're on to Help Wanted 2. It's the same exact game but with new mini games, with FNAF 5 to FNAF Security Breach. So Into the Pit, I cannot help you with that because I have not read the books nor have I played the games. So basically what I know is it was a book, then it became a game. That's all I know. Right, now we're getting into the latest game, Secret of the Mimic, and it is peak FNAF in my opinion, because it's got Jackie, it's got all the animatronics that you already know, but it's before they were actually made. So basically it's the best FNAF game in my opinion, except for Security Breach. Security Breach is just a little bit better, I've just got to say that. So Secret of the Mimic, my second favourite, and it literally is the best game. It's basically, the Mimic is an old animatronic, and this form is called Jackie, and I think that's what it is, because I haven't seen much gameplay of it. I only seen the 2 videos that Markiplier has made of it. I think he's made only 2, I don't know, but I know, but in my mind Jackie is the Mimic, and yeah. So I was originally supposed to get this video out by before the FNAF 2 movie dropped. Unfortunately that didn't happen, as you can see, but I did manage to get all the games in, and thank you for watching. If you managed to watch this video through the end, make sure to comment down below, wash your fazballs. Wash your fazballs down in the comments below. And also subscribe please, I would really appreciate that. Love you guys, bye.